Hi everyone, it's Kamila. I hope you're all having a great day. If you're new here on the channel, we mostly do speed builds, and today we are doing something very special and a little different. So as you can see, it's still a regular speed build like I'm doing pretty much always on my channel, but I wanted to do kind of a challenge, which is something that I probably only did once on my channel if I'm not mistaken. But I really wanted to do a video that would be called Instagram Decides My Build. It's something that I was thinking of for a pretty long time. I just wasn't really sure of the way I wanted to do it. I had two ideas. The first one was to ask you a question and then you would choose your favorite choice. And it's this option that I chose. So for example, I would ask, do you prefer if I do a traditional home or a modern one? As you can see, we ended up with the modern option, and I will always put the results of the polls on the screen so you will be able to see what we had. And the second option I had in mind was to show you two different screenshots of real life houses and you would choose what you wanted. So I thought it would be nice, this idea too, but I will probably do it in the future. I really want to test both ways and see what you prefer and what I prefer. But this video was super fun to make, even if it was a little challenging for me. Sometimes I wasn't able to go with my inspiration because it was against the choices that you made, and I really wanted to be true to the choices that were made. So for example, once I wanted to do the color scheme of the exterior house, and since you chose neutral colors, I wasn't able to go with what I wanted. I really wanted to have the beige, white, and when I saw that, I felt like it would go very well with turquoise, but I wasn't able to use it since it's something colorful. So I just decided to go with a very neutral and pale blue instead. But I feel like the house would have looked so much better with turquoise. So that was kind of sad, but you know, it's part of the challenge, so I completely understand. And yeah, as I said, we will probably do other videos like it in the future. It was super fun, as I said, so I can't wait to do that again. And I hope you will like the result of this one. I put all my heart and I put a lot of work into it. As you can see, it's a pretty big one. And right now I will show you the results of the polls, and if some of you aren't on Instagram, because I know some people don't have an account there, you will be able to see the questions that I asked. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I pretty much always decide to do the polls there is because it's the place where I have the most followers, and I wanted a lot of people to be able to give me their opinions. And yeah, I received 1,200 response and more for each question. So I was pretty happy about that, and thank you if you voted. It means a lot to me. And the first question I asked was which world you would like me to build in. And as you can see, Willow Creek won. The two choices were Oasis Springs and Willow Creek, and Willow Creek won with 57% of the votes, which is a big percentage, kind of. So I was a little disappointed in this answer, to be honest. It's the only one that I really wanted to have the opposite choice. I really wanted Oasis Springs, but I feel like the house still looks good in Willow Creek. I feel like it's great and I hope you will like it. It's not necessarily a house that fits super well the vibe of Willow Creek. There's not really a lot of modern houses there, so that's probably why. The second question I asked was which lot size I should go for, and I put the choices 50 by 50 and 40 by 30, and you chose 40 by 30 with 64% of the votes. For the exterior style, as I said, we have modern with 55% of the votes. For the exterior color scheme, neutral won at 55%. And for the size of the house, you decided to make me go with a medium-sized one instead of a big mansion, because that were the two choices I put. I wasn't really feeling like doing a tiny house, so I didn't put that choice. And I think the result that was the most interesting was the interior color scheme, because neutral won, but only at 51%. So it was very close. I think I nailed it. I didn't put any colors, only the plants and some clutter, but other than that, pretty much everything is beige, white, and black. There's also a lot of gray, but it's all neutral colors. I hope you will like what I ended up with, and it's also very minimal. I really wanted to follow with the modern style that was at the exterior. The next question was, who is the house for? And I gave the two choices, family or friends. And you chose family by far, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 59% is a lot. And I was pretty happy about this answer, not gonna lie. And then the last questions was how many bedrooms you would like to fit in the house. I gave the choices 1 or 2 and 3 or more, and 73% of the people decided that I would go with 3 or more bedrooms. It was quite challenging. I'm gonna be honest. It was a little difficult for me with the very weird shape of the second floor, so I hope you will like the result. The parents' bedroom is pretty big, but the bedrooms of the two kids are a little small for a modern house, so I can't wait to do a modern mansion to be able to do very big bedrooms. So that's it for the questions I asked you and the results that I got. As you can see right now, we are doing the living room, and I put a lot of clutter at first on the little shelves that I placed, but in the end I deleted some because I felt like it wasn't really fitting the whole aesthetic, minimal aesthetic of the house. I really like how it ended up, by the way. I feel like it's a good interior for a first time building a modern house that big. I think I already built modern houses, but not that much. So it's something that puts me out of my comfort zone, to be honest. I'm not really good with minimal interiors. I hope I will, get better with time and with practice. It's just not my go-to style normally, so I'm not the best at it. We also have 3 bathrooms in the house. We have a pretty big one with a bath and a shower on the second floor, but we have 2 others at the first floor because I have a gym in the house. I will explain why I put a gym in the house later, but I really wanted to have a shower very close to the gym, and it's a really nice shower. I'm super happy with this one. I got the idea from Pinterest, and I will probably put the inspiration picture on the screen once we are at this bathroom. But yeah, 3 bathrooms, as I said, so that's a pretty good number, the same number as the bedrooms. For the kitchen, I'm super happy with the result, and I'm glad I was able to think of this Moschino wall divider idea. I'm using them a lot lately. I decided to size them down twice and then elevate them to do sort of a wall that is see-through. I really like the result, and I hope you will think it's a good idea. I did it twice in the house, so once in the kitchen and once in the living room. For this room, it's a very open floor plan. We have the kitchen, the dining room, and a big TV. The TV isn't exactly at the front of the dining room, but I thought it was still cool, and I'm not sure the Sims can actually watch the TV while being at the table, but in real life it would work, so that's why I did it. There's also a lot of spaces where I put some greenery inside the house. It's kind of alcoves with some half walls. I felt like it looked good, and I hope you will like the result and that you will think it's not weird. I felt like it was perfect for this house because I have a lot of greenery outside too. But yeah, as I said, we have all the rooms that we need, a gym, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and there's a lot of balconies too. I think there's 3, but some of them are pretty big, and I'm super happy with how the exterior turned out. I really like all the elements that I put and the way I placed the pool, the jacuzzi, and everything, so I hope you will like it too. I can't wait to show that to you. I don't have that much to say about this build, so I gotta admit I'm pretty much improvising right now. Some of you probably know because I'm saying that a lot in my videos, but I have a little notebook and in it I'm writing everything that I want to include in the voiceover, everything that I want to mention, because otherwise I would forget everything, I think. And right now the only thing I have left to talk about is the family that I imagined a little for this house, and I kind of wanted to leave it for the moment where we would go to the bedrooms. That way I would be able to explain it better. So I kind of have to improvise right now, which is not the thing that I'm the best at, to be honest. It's probably the part that is the most challenging for me when I'm doing my videos. For the video editing, it's pretty simple. I only have to accelerate the footage and, you know, cut some parts that I don't want to be in the video. But other than that, pretty much everything is very simple when I'm editing the video part. But when it comes to voiceovers, I'm not the best at it, to be honest. I know I probably improved since I started my channel, but it's still very hard for me sometimes, and some days are harder than others. For example, today it's not the best, I feel like. I'm always doing some errors and sometimes I mispronounce some things, or, you know, some days it just doesn't come to me, the things that I want to say, or I just forget everything. So yeah, voiceovers aren't my favorite part of doing my videos, especially on days like this one when I'm super bad at it. Well, maybe not bad, but less good, let's say it like that. And right now we are doing the gym, which is a room that I really like. I love the view that they have when they're doing their workouts. There's a lot of windows and they're very big, so they can see the whole backyard from there. And I feel like the sun is entering the room very well, so I would really like to have a gym like that at my house. You know, I really like to work out where I live instead of going to the gym. I don't know about you, but I feel like the statement that you have to go to a gym to stay motivated isn't true. Well, at least for me, it isn't. Let me know if you found that this statement was true for you. And I don't know why I'm talking about that, but it's not really structured right now since I'm improvising. And we are doing the shower that I was talking to you about. So we did it pretty fast, but I had this very cool inspiration picture from Pinterest that is kind of an exterior shower, but not really, you know, there's some greenery in it. So I kind of wanted to use the grass from Island Living, and I wanted to have this very cool kind of ceiling window that we got with Island Living too. So I thought it was super nice, and I did kind of this open shower with the Discover University shower. It was a lot of fun to try something new because I really like to do bathrooms. If you didn't know, they're probably my favorite room to do, especially when they're big. This one wasn't really big, but I still managed to do something very nice with it, I feel like. So I hope you will like the result. And I felt like it was the perfect one to do this idea, the one very close to the gym. But right now we are doing the parents' bedroom, which is pretty big, as I said. So they have an office, a bed, of course, and a pretty big closet. But it's not a separated room. It's just I used some kitchen cabinets and some dressers, and then I made something very big, like they have a lot of places where they can put their clothes or something else maybe. So I hope you will like the result of this bedroom. It's definitely the biggest one, but since I wanted to have this minimal vibe again, there's not that much in it. And they also have their own balcony, which is probably the biggest one, I think. So they have their own jacuzzi there and a very big seating area with a table. I think we're only doing the balconies at the end of the video when I will do the backyard too. So you will see that later on, and I hope you will like it. And then after this bedroom, we are going to do the older kids' bedroom. So they have two boys and both of them are athletes. Since I'm not doing a lot of gameplay with Sims 4, I don't really know how it works. I think it's only like athlete career, but you don't have like the choices of football or soccer or anything like that. I'm pretty sure you don't have these choices, but I didn't imagine a specific sport anyway. I just felt like they would both be super good at their respective sport, and their parents are super proud of that, and they're pushing them to be better every day. And since they have a lot of money, they're able to pay for some very good coaches and everything, so they have good hopes that their two sons will be able to be very good athletes in the future and maybe, make a living out of it. So this one, as I said, is for the older brother, and he also has a console. So I thought that maybe even if they really like sports, they would like video games too. They have a lot of consoles in this house. I think the younger brother has one too, if I'm not mistaken. They don't have any offices in their bedrooms. I felt like they didn't need that much, gaming gear if they're really into sports, and maybe they're more of like a console player. I'm not really sure. So I think if you want a computer in all the bedrooms, there's enough space to add them, but I feel like it was very small, so I didn't want to have a very big office in each of them. And the youngest brother's bedroom is the smallest one, and I still managed to put a double bed in the middle of the bedroom, so you can have 6 Sims living there, which is pretty nice. If you want to imagine a whole other story, if you're downloading this house, it could work too. And as you can see, the youngest brother's bedroom is more around sports. I put a lot of different things that are around it, and I also included some trophies. So now that I'm thinking of it, I should probably put some trophies in the other brother's bedroom. So I will probably add that before putting this house on the gallery for you to download. And speaking of which, I know my builds aren't on the gallery at the moment when I post my videos on YouTube. It's because usually I'm posting my videos very early in the morning, and I'm not going on the computer when I'm, waking up. So that's the reason why. I'm sorry if it bothers anyone. I don't really want to put my builds on the gallery before uploading my videos. So normally it's going to be on the same day, but it can take up to a few hours. But I'm doing my best so it's not taking too long of the day. Sorry about that. But yeah, so we have 2 very rich parents, as you can see, since this house is very big with a lot of expensive furniture and a very modern vibe. So I don't know yet what their careers can be. Maybe they're in law or, doctors. I don't really know. I didn't imagine that specific part of the family story. But they have 2 sons that are very into sports, and maybe the parents are super demanding and stuff like that. I know a lot of parents are like that in my friends' circle, so it's definitely a possibility, but I thought they could still be very caring, and they really love their kids, but they really want them to be the best at what they're doing. So maybe some days they're a little bit too much with them. But yeah, that's pretty much what I imagined for this family. There's nothing for cats or dogs in this house, but there's definitely some space for you to add. Maybe some food balls or a little box. It's as you wish. But as you can see, we are finally doing the rest of the exterior. So the balconies are not that furnished. I just put some seating areas, and the older brother has his own balcony, so I put another seating area there. But he also has this very nice thing, I don't remember how it's called, but the kind of punching bag, I think that's what it's called. And they can use it to train for some boxing or just put their energy into something. Since the gym is pretty small, I didn't have the space to put one there, and I really wanted to have one, so I thought it was nice to put it there. For the front yard, I decided to do a very nice and modern fountain. I don't really remember with which pack the fountain I used this from. Honestly, I have no idea, but it's pretty modern. And then I used the platforms to make it a little bigger and more fancy, I guess. There's not that much landscaping at the front of the house. I only used some debug plants from Strangerville, if I'm not mistaken, and some debug plants. I mean, some base game plants and other rocks from Snowy Escape and base game 2. So it's not really elaborated, but I felt like it was the perfect landscaping for this house. And at the back, there's a lot more plants. So you will see what it looks like later. I gotta admit, I struggled a little with the landscaping. I didn't really know what I wanted, and I wasn't sure if I should have a fence around the house, but I feel like adding what was the best decision. Modern houses like that look better, in my opinion, with fences. And since we're talking about landscaping, I wanted to talk to you about something. I have some ideas that I want to do for my next videos. I have 3 tutorial ideas, or maybe tips and tricks video, maybe I should call them like that. And one of them is based around landscaping. So let me know if you're interested in seeing a video that could help you to have some ideas or more inspiration for your landscapings. I would definitely like to know your opinion about that, but it's something that I've been thinking about for a while now. I really like to do tips and tricks videos. They're taking me a while, so that's why I'm not doing them that much. Basically, I don't have very good equipment, and I can't really record my screen while I'm playing and my voice at the same time because my microphone will catch every single noise, and even if I edit it, I can't, hide every single noise that I'm making with my keyboard and my mouse. So I feel like it would be pretty annoying for you to listen to, so I have to record my voiceovers after making the whole video editing, just like a speed build. And since I have a lot of different little videos to do for a tutorial or a tips and tricks video, it's taking me a while, but I still really enjoy doing them. So yeah, definitely let me know if you're interested in seeing that. I'm not pretending to be the best at landscaping, but since Sims for me is about sharing, I'm really happy to be able to share some ideas with you, and it would be my pleasure. But for the backyard, there's not that much in it. I have a pool, a jacuzzi, and a barbecue. The barbecue isn't an outdoors kitchen, it's a very small area, but I have a very big dining table, and I think I also managed to include a couch, so that's pretty cool. But other than that, there's not that much because I imagined that the 2 brothers would be maybe older. I felt like the oldest one could be a teen and the other one could be a kid, but I imagined it more like a preteen than a kid. So there's no toys, and I hope you will like it. I also used some outdoors retreat rocks around the jacuzzi area to make it look better. I hope you will like the way I did it. I felt like it added more volume to the whole backyard since everything is pretty squarey, but it's really the vibe that I wanted to go for. I felt like it was fitting the modern aesthetic that I was going for since the beginning. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, and the screenshots are going to be pretty soon. So I hope you're happy with the result of this house that you wanted me to do for you, and I hope you thought I did it correctly. If you like the result of this build and you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. You can also follow me on social medias. All the links will be down in the description. And of course, you can download this build on the gallery. My ID is KamilaYtb. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all an amazing day. Bye!
Just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take take it personal. I ain't lying, I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just don't do and live my life. Don't take it personal. We just building. It's my season, lay foundation. Make a name for generations, please and make a. Then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning, or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't ask.